Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show, and for you today, we have the Old Hickory Burger. First, we got to make the Old Hickory barbecue sauce, which involves adding 1 cup of ketchup to a small pan. And then you want to add 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, followed by 2/3 of a cup of molasses. Then you want to give the first 3 ingredients just a little mix. And then you want to add 4 tablespoons of brown sugar to the sauce. And then you want to add the spice mix, which is 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of pepper, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of chipotle powder. If you cannot find chipotle powder, you can easily substitute cayenne pepper, cayenne powder, whichever. And then you want to add 4 tablespoons of yellow mustard. Then you want to turn on a fairly generous heat and mix everything together. Now, you want to bring this to the boil, and then you want to crank the heat down to low and simmer this for approximately 45 minutes. It should look pretty dark when it's done. So, all right, let's get on to making the burger. Okay. And now it's time to make the Old Hickory Burgers. We have 1.5 pounds of 80/20 ground beef in there. And to that, you're going to add a tablespoon of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Okay, then you want to add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. And I know I'm kind of breaking one of my rules a little bit, but hey, you got to experiment. Normally, for the most part, I don't add stuff to burgers, but there's exceptions to every rule. And then you want to add about a teaspoon of Montreal steak seasoning. And then you want to add 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Or Worcestershire, Worcestershire, whatever the fuck it is. Then you want to place the paddle attachment on your mixer and give this a mix for about, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, maybe a minute, just until everything is combined. Then you want to form these into 4-ounce patties, and let's bring them out on the grill. All right, I have a grill here set to fairly high, and then you want to cook these burgers, and with the lid down, they'll take about 2 minutes to 3 minutes aside. And I'm also seasoning them with more of the Montreal steak seasoning. Okay, now it's time to add the cheese. So this is a Colby Jack cheese. And then you just want to give these slices about a minute to melt up, and should be ready to take it in the house. Okay, look at that. These are ready. These are done. Let's bring them in the house and finish this Old Hickory Burger off. Okie dokie. As you can see here, I've got some mayonnaise on the bottom bun. Now we're going to add some iceberg lettuce. And then you want to add a patty. Followed by me adjusting the camera. And a little squirt of that Old Hickory barbecue sauce that we made. Followed by the second patty. Another squirt of the barbecue sauce. Followed by, of course, some pickles. Another teeny tiny squirt of that sauce. Some fried onions. And the top bun. And that's it. The Old Hickory Burger. Done.